Benvenuti alle conversazioni e bentornati a Writers on Writers. Gli ospiti di questa settimana sono Libeskind, che ha scelto Franz Kafka, Mario Desiati, anche lui un brano da Franz Kafka, Ayelet Waldman, che ha scelto un brano di Ursula Le Guin, e infine James Baldwin, letto da Adam Haslett. Concluderò il volume con una mia lettura di Natalia Ginzburg.
An Ancient Sword, Franz Kafka. I had agreed to go picnicking on Sunday with two friends, but quite unexpectedly slept past the hour when we were to meet. My friends, who knew how practical I ordinarily am, were surprised, came to the house where I lived, waited outside a while, then came upstairs and knocked at my door. I was very startled, jumped out of bed, and thought only of getting ready as soon as I could. When I emerged fully dressed from my room, my friends fell back in a manifest alarm. "What's that behind your head?" they screamed.
Georg si sentì spinto fuori della stanza, ancora negli orecchi il tonfo prodotto dal padre nel saltar dal letto per inseguirlo. Sulla scala di cui scese a volo i gradini come scivolando su un piano inclinato, rovesciò quasi a terra la domestica che stava salendo per le pulizie mattutine. «Gesù!» gridò la donna coprendosi il viso col grembiule, ma lui era già lontano. Come il vento uscì dal portone, al di là della strada una forza lo incalzava verso l'acqua. Già si aggrappava al parapetto come un affamato al cibo, lo superò con un volteggio da quel provetto ginnasta, orgoglio dei suoi genitori da ragazzo. Ancora si tenne stretto con le mani che via via cedevano e guardò intensamente di tra le sbarre del ponte, un autobus il cui rumore senza dubbio avrebbe coperto quello della sua caduta. Gridò piano: «Miei cari genitori, vi ho sempre voluto bene», e si lasciò precipitare. Franz Kafka, La condanna.
Good morning. I'm going to read a poem by the remarkable Ursula K. Le Guin, a woman who should have won the Nobel Prize for Literature, who was brilliant and imaginative and had a kind of clear moral compass that is rare in the world, and who was also a delightful person. I had the great privilege of having lunch with her once, and it's a lunch I'll never forget. The name of this poem, written in 1991, is When the Soviet Union Was Disintegrating. The reason why I'm learning Spanish by reading Neruda one word at a time, looking most of them up in the dictionary, and the reason why I'm reading Dickinson one poem at a time and still not understanding or liking much, and the reason why I keep thinking about what might be a story, and the reason why I'm sitting here writing this, is that I'm trying to make this thing. I am shy to name it. My father didn't like words like soul. He shaved with Occam's razor. Why make up stuff when there's enough already? But I do fiction. I make up. There is never enough stuff. So I guess I can call it what I want to. Anyhow, it isn't made yet. I am trying one way and another, all words. So it's made out of words, is it? No, I think the best ones must be made out of brave and kind acts and belong to people who look after things with all their heart and include the ocean at twilight. That's the highest quality of this thing I am making. Kindness, courage, twilight, and the ocean. That kind is pure silk. Mine's only rayon. Words won't wash. It won't wear long. But then I haven't long to wear it. At my age, I should have made it long ago. It should be me clapping and singing at every tatter, like Willie said. But the mortal dress, man, that's me. That's not clothes. That's me tattered. That is me mortal. This thing I am making is my clothing soul. I'd like it to be immortal armor, sure, but I haven't got the makings. I just have scraps of rayon. I know I'll end up naked in the ground or on the wind. So why learn Spanish? Because of the beauty of the words of poets? And if I don't know Spanish, I can't read them, because praise may be the thing I'm making. And when I'm unmade, I'd like it to be what's left, a wisp of cheap cloth, a color in the earth, a whisper on the wind, una palabra, un aliento. So now I'll turn right round and unburden an embittered mind that would rejoice to rejoice in the second revolution in Russia, but can't because it has got old and wise and mean and womanly, and says, so, the men have spent 70 years in the name of something, killing men, women, and children, torturing, running slave camps, telling lies, and making profits, have now decided that that something wasn't the right one, so they'll do something else the same way. 70 years for nothing. And the dream that came before the betrayal, the justice glimpsed before the murders, the truth that shone before the lies, all that is thrown away. It didn't matter anyway, because all that matters is who has the say-so. Once I sang freedom, freedom, sweet as a mockingbird, but I have learned real politics. No freedom for our children in the world of the say-so. Only the listening, the silence all around the say-so, the never-stopping listening. So I will listen to women and our children and powerless men, my people, and I will honor only my people, the powerless. By Ursula K. Le Guin.
A reading from the penultimate paragraph of James Baldwin's story, Sonny's Blues. Then they all gathered around Sonny, and Sonny played. Every now and again, one of them seemed to say, Amen. Sonny's fingers filled the air with life, his life, but that life contained so many others. And Sonny went all the way back. He really began with a spare, flat statement of the opening phrase of the song. Then he began to make it his. It was very beautiful because it wasn't hurried, and it was no longer a lament. I seemed to hear with what burning he had made it his, with what burning he had yet to make it ours, how we could cease lamenting. Freedom lurked around us, and I understood at last that he could help us to be free if we would listen, that he would never be free until we did. Yet there was no battle in his face now. I heard what he had gone through and would continue to go through until he came to rest in earth. He had made it his, that long line of which we knew only Mama and Daddy, and he was giving it back, as everything must be given back, so that, passing through death, it can live forever. I saw my mother's face again, and felt for the first time how the stones of the road she had walked on must have bruised her feet. I saw the moonlit road where my father's brother died, and it brought something back to me and carried me past it. I saw my little girl again, and felt Isabel's tears again, and I felt my own tears begin to rise. And I was yet aware that this was only a moment, that the world waited outside as hungry as a tiger, and that trouble stretched above us longer than the sky.
Come anticipavo, vi leggerò un brano delle piccole virtù di Natalia Ginzburg. E ci sono poi tutte le cose che si fanno per non dover parlare. Alcuni passano le serate addormentati in una sala di proiezioni, con al fianco la donna alla quale così non sono tenuti a dover parlare. Alcuni imparano a giocare a bridge, alcuni fanno l'amore che si può fare anche senza parole. Di solito si dice che queste cose si fanno per ingannare il tempo, in verità si fanno per ingannare il silenzio. Buona lettura e ci vediamo la settimana prossima.